Welcome back. Another episode of On the Streets. This time we talked to some neighbors from the north in Canada who are pining to come here. Well, the first couple of guys are wishing they were here. And the second guy, he's moved here. He's getting his citizenship. He says they've had enough of too dumb up there. So, here we are on the streets. At least I don't mind. I've taken some of the Canadian refugees, But, so you know what you do. If you like this, you like it. If you care, you share. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe again. You know the routine, damn it. So do it. And of course, more importantly, go out there, right, and actually support me, will you? Not a bad idea. I mean, I'm working my ass off to try and bring you these videos and trying to get the message out there. It'd be a little bit better if some of you guys would, help me in this fight rather than sit there and on your butts doing nothing. So, if you can't be out there on the street catching the abuse I catch, then, at least what you can do is, help me to do this. So go to my PayPal account or go to my shop and get something. You can see the links in the descriptions. So that's it, folks. It's a spiritual battle. We're fighting a material plane, and I need the material to stay out there and do this. So, go do something with me, will you? All right, here we go. Let's get on the streets. Oh, wonderful.
Is it?
Yes, that's what we were just talking about. I mean, it's overwhelmingly positive. There was action, I guess.
So we're from Canada, and we hear a lot about the politics, and we only see good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good.
Because we're looking at the actual...
Yeah, we're knowing what's going on.
We're not looking at CNN.
No.
Watching your economy just going like this, and everything's booming down here. Yeah. But they all want to tell you it's terrible.
Yeah. Wait, the only ones that are believing that are the idiots.
Yeah, they're zombies.
Because, if you're getting a job and you work and your business is thriving, you can't,
thriving down here.
Yeah.
We've got the opposite in our country. We got an idiot running our country. We're going downhill. He is the dumbest thing that's ever darkened the door of the Prime Minister's office.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna hit some rough times because of it.
I know.
This is all gonna come with a price.
So is this New Orleans then? Is this more conservative or is it?
Oh no, this is a liberal cesspool.
It is. Yeah, that's what they kind of.
Most big cities are.
Yeah.
But once you get out to the outer, when you have people in touch with reality.
Yeah, but I'm going to run into here. It's mostly tourists, though, from out of town. But there's still a good. Actually, there's a lot because there's a lot of blacks here. The blacks are actually conservative.
Are they?
Yeah. The whole blacks are conservative here. I mean, they're religious, family-oriented.
Yeah, I guess it would be. So they're more.
It's the white liberals that are the ones that are there.
You know what?
Nutcases.
Progressive blacks.
So many idiots in Canada. It's the white liberals, especially academics from the universities. And I don't know what it is.
They're the ones telling us what blacks should be offended about. And they're not. No one's offended, but they're telling everybody's offended. We're not.
No.
For just establishing narrative.
About a month ago, I had a young black couple that lives here came up and was wearing a mega hat.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. You think he'll get reelected?
Some of my favorite.
There's a lot going to happen between now and then, but as long as the economy stays strong,
Oh yeah. I think he won when he got his tax bill passed.
Yeah, but we're, as I say, there's a lot of bricks that could fall. Hopefully, what I would like to see is some real, a couple of things. I'd like to see some election reform. Because I think there's a lot of election fraud here.
Well, your midterms were certainly evidence of that. They're wheeling in boxes full of provisional ballots out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Thank you. And that's I say, and even again, me being out here and getting such a positive reaction kind of proves that there's got to be something screwy.
Oh, there is.
And so election reform I'd like to see, and I'd like to see some more of the deep state get taken down. Yeah.
You know, and they are. It's slowly happening. It seems like the wheels of justice slowly turn. I don't know if ever get what we want, but you know, when you see the Russian collusion investigation keep coming up flat.
Yeah. Senate committee just came out and said nothing there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
When are people going to start to realize they've been had? You know.
Well, I think they do. But again, it's just what we're hearing is coming from these guys that they're pumping out the bullshit. That's all we hear. But that's not where we're getting the news now. We're getting our news from alternative sites. We're going to social media. We're getting it from each other. Places like InfoWars.
Some of my favorite news guys are black conservatives. David Harris Jr. and
there you go.
And what's the fellow down in Arizona that's got the
right.
James T. Harris. I was their names mixed up. Those two guys are kind of my go-to sources.
Yes.
James T. Harris was kind of keeping all the news up to the 2016 election and keeping us, or me, informed anyway.
Yeah.
And I said the night before the election, I said this guy's going to win it. You don't fill football stadiums and not win an election.
I know.
I've never seen that in my life, and I watched a lot of politics.
When was the last time there was a State of the Union speech and the whole Congress goes going, USA, USA? When did that ever happen before?
Never. Not in my lifetime.
I know.
I don't think it's ever happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So I don't know. Hopefully it keeps on going positive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think one thing people understand is economics, and everybody's working and everybody's employed. Keeping more money of their
well,
money.
If there's any one thing that Bill Clinton ever said, it was it's the economy, stupid.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, for all his downfalls, that he definitely had his thumb on that one.
Yeah,
the economy was pretty good under. I remember it was pretty good under Bill, right?
Yeah, it was. He
was selling America to China.
He got the uptick of the big tech boom.
Yeah, the tech boom was happening.
At that time. So he rode that wave.
And lots of distractions for his shenanigans in the Oval Office.
Yeah. Indeed.
But he also sold America to China. That was
what
allowed him into the World Trade Organization.
Again, the treason that was there that I hope comes out. I mean, uranium one.
And yet he doesn't have to answer for it. You know, people are mad at Trump because he's trying to bring this stuff back.
Yeah.
And he's succeeding, which is remarkable.
Against all odds. I mean, it's all that's against him. It's amazing.
He doesn't give up. He won't.
Yeah. Well, he's a workaholic guy. He's like 18 hours a day. He's like...
How can we not love this man?
I know.
I want to be American. I want to sell everything in Canada. Move. At least you have a constitution.
Yeah.
And your free rights are protected. Canada is really becoming a dangerous place to live.
Our democracy is more of a dictatorship in the sense that you elect a dictator before you're...
We don't have electoral college
because
to balance out
at least
power.
within the Republican and Democratic Party, you can't have people going different directions in voting. Our system, the Prime Minister tells this is how you're going to vote. This is what I want. If you don't vote that way, you're
according to the party's established direction. So they're not allowed to have free votes in the House of Commons.
They're allowed, but they do it very rare, right?
So they all just defer to what the dictator wants. So we have a little dictator who's
Harper was pretty good. Harper was pretty good because he had free
respect
votes
for democracy and the people's wishes. Well, now we don't have that. So now we have.
Well, isn't there pushback in Canada though against the?
We're getting yellow vest protests happening now, and people I've never seen in my life. People are so upset about the state of things and the kind of rule we're getting from the Prime Minister. But there's also the zombies. We have the same problem that you guys do,
especially in the West Coast where we are.
And the news media sources, the main CBC, which is like your CNN is subsidized to the tune of billions a year by the government. So they've become the propaganda arm. People, all the
you need your own Tommy Robinson up there.
Yeah, absolutely. I follow him too. Poor fella, if he stays out of jail.
Yeah, well, it's talk. He might run for Parliament.
He should. Him and Nigel Farage.
Yeah,
Fantastic guys, man. gotta love that British wit, that attitude. I like those guys.
And that was Calloway too. I wonder what happened to him. I've heard much from him, but he was good too. He was a truth teller about the UK. But yeah, that's push. I mean, it's it. Whatever reaction, there's always a reaction. You know, you can only push people so far, and then they go, wait, you know.
Yeah, but people just they're not informed. They don't care to be informed. You know? They just don't care because you know everybody's in an uproar every time Trump he pulls out of this French climate accord, you know, and everybody's in an uproar. Like, do you understand the details of why?
But I'm actually glad that the Democrats in here now are pushing this whole climate thing because it is one of the easiest hoaxes.
Well, the new Green Deal is probably a gift to the Republican Party.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Because it really just shows all of America what this is all about. They want to phase out. They want to make obsolete the air travel.
What? No more McDonald's? I can't eat hamburgers.
They want to have a high speed. I'm an engineer on a railway. I know what it costs to build mainline railway, and high speed is one of the most expensive railway beds to produce. It costs billions to get from one city to the next. Billions of dollars.
That's why they just gave it up in California, so it happened.
To go fast, you have to have such perfect rail bed, and you can't run freight on it.
Right.
You can't use it for freight and then commuters during the peak times.
So it's expensive.
It's got to be dedicated lines for only passenger. It's ridiculous. It is the most insane thing. It's like
I know they don't know anything. And they say Booker comes out and says we got to stop eating meat. You idiot! Cows are probably one of the most eco-friendly things you can have. I mean, it's the vegetables that that are more damaging to the environment.
With the amount of pesticides.
Exactly.
And herbicides.
So they never really know what the hell they're talking about.
Cows are just out there eating whatever. They don't have to spray the field.
And they crap and fertilize the land and everything.
It's Looney Tunes. Going on. But I love it. It's just Trump just seems to be able to play them, and he causes them to go so far left.
Yeah.
That
well, that's it. They're shooting themselves in the foot.
Themselves as the clowns they are.
They are. They're shooting themselves.
Where they're pushing things with abortion, it can only get pushed back.
Yeah.
Like at birth abortions.
Oh my God!
Disgusting.
Infanticide now? Yeah, let's take it out. Oh, I don't like the way it looks.
That they're on now. They reduce the value of human life to nothing, and this is what's going to happen, right? Yes. So where are they going to stop?
Indeed.
Oh, you're not of any use to us anymore. So.
If you'd like to leave anything in the Bulletproof Vest Fund, it's always appreciated. Unless you're a liberal, then everything is free. Some responsible Republican will come along and pay your way through life.
I like it. I like your attitude. Yeah, it's always someone else's money they want to vote themselves into. We're going to tip you, and we're going to...
thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, our wives are going to come here. Then we'll get a group shot, and we'll give you some money.
Absolutely,
for all the time we've taken from you.
Oh, I got nothing but time out here. Enjoy it.
A lot of Canadians are really big fans of Trump and watching what's going on down here, because Canadian politics always follows U.S. political direction by 4 to 8 years, which is 1 to 2 terms. Whatever's happening down here, we move in the same direction. We've got our Obama right now.
Right.
So I hope we can survive it without going bankrupt. And if we do, maybe Trump's interested in a couple of Western provinces with a lot of resources. Maybe
it could happen. It wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
And you guys, we can do that.
You can take the picture. Yeah, Bueller can take it.
All right. Did I give you a get-out-of-jail-free card from Hillary Clinton? Good for any crime in the world.
Oh, beautiful.
Here you go.
No.
All you have to do is identify yourself as Hillary. They'll get you right out of anything. Here you go, young lady.
What, getting out of jail free?
Just identify yourself as Hillary.
See the guy wearing the T-shirt that said, "I wish Hillary Clinton married OJ"?
Yeah, I stopped by and talked to him earlier. Yeah, he had a great one. That shirt got a lot of people around. We were telling Hillary jokes. I know. People asking me what kind of response you get. I've had 2 lesbians say something to me. I told them go to hell. Says other than that, it's been, it's been positive.
Yeah.
So no, man, people don't understand that it's a fallacy. I've been doing this 6 years out here, and I have found 2 things about liberals. Collectively, they are dumber than a trainload of hammers.
Yeah, you just have to learn to speak, and they'll show you that.
Yeah. So
Can we grab a picture?
We can grab a picture.
How do you feel about Trudeau?
Trudeau?
Thank you.
We were talking about him.
I'm trying to figure out who's the bigger wuss, Macron or Trudeau.
They're both.
Who's the bigger wuss?
Macron or Trudeau? I couldn't.
They're both the same.
They're right up there. They're right at the same level. All right, let's get a group picture.
Everyone's in the process of getting overthrown.
What is it?
I'll take it.
Justin, 20, what was it, 2015?
And we're going to grab a picture.
2016, what did he
Make
have?
sure we don't get identified as
2016? Just out, 2019.
You want to take the picture for us?
Yeah, because I'm not being in it.
No,
You don't want to get kicked off of Facebook?
He's
he's one of them. They're liberals.
He's one of them.
Oh, he's one of them?
He's one of them. Yeah.
Stand up.
He's not sure. He's very confused because he talks a good game, and then he says, "But I'm a Democrat." And I was like, "Really?"
No. I make fun of you because you're Republican, but that doesn't make me a Democrat.
We're Canadian. We can't even be a Republican.
Joe, are you a member of the piss party, are you?
No, as soon as you get a centrist party, it might do something.
Awesome. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, thank you very much for your commentary. It's nice to know we got some sane neighbors up
We
north
have a
there.
Facebook group, Canadian fans of Trump. So.
All right, well, check out my YouTube channel on the back of that card I
on the
gave
card?
you.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys
be on
definitely be on it. And you can get a lot of my apparel on designs on apparel.
Yeah.
And they come with a trigger back guarantee. If you don't trigger a liberal, you will get your money back.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah.
Then you got the liberals like Facebook guy who made his money in the capitalist system. Now he wants to change everything.
Yeah.
Well, he got rich
Yeah.
by working hard, by us people working hard, and then now he wants to change everything. That's the way that
But he won't be giving up his money, will he?
No.
No.
Unless he sends his pictures of his wee on the internet to somebody like the Amazon guy does.
Yeah.
Then he's going to get in trouble. No, that guy ain't real smart from Amazon. See, that's the difference. I would have hired somebody to take my pictures instead of sending on.
I don't like showing my shortcomings in public either,
So yeah, it's
The perception right now, because is that the liberals are being drugged so far left by the Cortezes and all these other.
Oh yeah. Where do these people come from?
I know. Well, we know where they came from. They come from the schools.
Well, I understand that, but I just don't even understand that we're sitting to listen to these people on TV. If you go to any other, I travel a lot, and you go to any other country in the world, you try being a white person, going to their country and try talking trash. See what happens.
Yeah.
They show up with 6 Uzis, and they cut you in 2, and then they never hear from them again.
Yeah. Well, the good news is nobody's listening to these idiots anymore. We're listening to each other. We go to alternative newscasts on the internet. So we're getting news from other directions now. And that's why they can't win.
Yeah, well, that's why. That's funny. I'm Canadian, and my family lives in Canada. I live in Tennessee, but all they hear is CNN up there. They don't hear Fox. They don't hear. I tell them all the time. They're like, "Oh, really?" They don't have any idea. They have no idea.
Well, Fox is even CNN light. Really, you really want to get onto the internet and catch alternative broadcasts that don't count on any commercial money at all.
No. But at least with Fox, they're not afraid to say what the truth is.
Yeah, some of them. I mean, Tucker Carlson's probably the best you can get on the
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, it's a joke. I mean, it really is. Hey, I'll be okay no matter what happens. I feel sorry for the rest of the people that are counting on the government to help them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I spoke to a couple of Canadians yesterday and had their head screwed on right. They were very good.
And I had to, when I immigrated here, I had to go through the process. It cost me $5,000.
Yeah.
Because some liberal lawyer screwed me. I mean, the paperwork was $700, and I give them $5,000 thinking I had to do it and didn't know. I was a weak Canadian come here. But yeah, and you know what? Hey, it's a bunch of crap. It's not gonna, but hey, They're going to find out.
Well, the ones that are the most pissed off about this whole immigration thing are the ones that did it properly.
Yeah.
And that were supposed to just allow these illegals to come over and just, yeah, come on out, just, give it to you.
It don't matter to me. I hire Mexicans. I have to because white people don't want to work. So, I mean, and you can't hire, where we live, you can't hire white people.
Well, that's another thing I hear is that, guys like yourself that have, construction jobs or whatever, the kids today all got their noses. They all want to become internet millionaires. They want to be YouTube sensations,
My son works in Road Tech, which is a big company, and he's an IT guy. They start guys in the factory at $20 an hour in Tennessee. That's a lot of money. You can't get guys who want to stay working. They don't want to work.
In contrast, when they were building this wall over here, right here, I asked the crane operators, I says, what are you guys making over there? You're making $150 an hour. This is because we can't find anybody to work.
No,
So if you go, if you want a job, these idiots walking around saying you can't get a job. You go to school for 2 weeks, learn how to run a crane. You're making $150 an hour.
Yeah. Well, that's what the world's coming to, is all the people that are willing to work. Hey, you can do what you want. You can name your price.
Yeah.
And that's so. Hey,
until the robots take over.
Well, robots ain't building houses.
Well, I don't know about that.
Robots ain't cleaning streets. Robots can't.
I don't know about that either.
Yeah.
They got to believe me. The AI robotic technology. I asked a Harvard professor out here one day. I says, "What a robotic AI going to do to the people walking the streets here in the next 10 years?" And he said, 50% of these people will be out of work, at least. And I go, well, what are we going to do with all those out of work people? Without missing a beat, he said, well, in the past, we've killed you.
Well, that's it. But hey, like I said, the CEOs run the world. They're the ones that decide what happens. They're the ones that fund everything. Because here's what happens. The rest of the world, we were all across Europe in the summer. They love Trump. Everybody loves Trump. The only people that don't like him are white Americans. Democrats. That's it. Canadians and white America. Mexicans, but they don't count.
You see, the guy I just talked to that's in Homeland Security Intelligence, right, said that he's trashed us, and the rest of the world doesn't think right.
Stupid.
Well, I'm thinking for the leaders that's possibly true, because he has thrown a wrench in the works for the uber elites who really are trying to put in a one-world government.
Well,
and he's been a nationalist, is throwing a wrench in those works.
Yeah, well, and then we need that, at least for buy a little more time.
Hell yeah.
Because hey, that's where in China can rule everybody. That's the scary part.
Well, yeah, indeed.
But everybody's sick of this. They got the same problems. We're in Romania. They have the same problem. People coming up, influx of people from different countries coming because they have a pretty good economy and there are lots of and so it's taking away jobs. Hey, it ain't our fault you're born in Africa. Don't blame us. It ain't my problem.
Yeah. And again, you get back to uber elites. They want to go ahead and flatten that line. They don't want to see people prosper, because when you do, you start getting free, and then when you do that, you start looking around and going, and that's what they want to flatline anybody becoming successful and just make us all nice and
even.
equal. Yeah.
Well, we were in Puerto Rico, which we never knew much about Puerto Rico, but they got this. Puerto Rico's kind of been that part of America that nobody wants to talk about. So what we found out is talking to guys who are there, live there. What's happened is the American government gives them tons of money, but they're crooked. Family and money, so they send $1 million from America. By the time it hits here, it's at $750. By the time it gets to Puerto Rico, it's down to about $80,000, and everybody sucked it out. So the American people who live in Puerto Rico feel that America is but it ain't. It ain't the American government. It's their crooked government.
Well, that's always been the rub. What are we giving this foreign aid for when it's the people you're giving it to are going to keep it and screw their own people?
Yeah.
When we give foreign aid to South America or Central America, they keep the money, the people starving, then they come up here and suck off of us. It's a vicious cycle.
Hotel Rwanda, you ever see that?
Oh, yeah.
Back when, hey, here's these people killing their own people, nobody cares, right?
Right.
But you know what, they're all talking trash to Canadians on the ship. We were just cruising and, saying stuff. I said, you know what, hey, it's a really bad country until you want to go on a cruise. and you have to come through here to get there. I said, you know, so next time just stay home. Don't come to America. You know, and they're like, oh, wow, wow. I said, well, hey, no, it's such a bad country. You know, we have so many problems. Why do you come here?
Yeah.
Yeah, just stay there. You want to use our beaches? That's great. Just bypass America on your way. And, you know, I wear them out because I'm Canadian. My wife's American. I got 4 American kids and my 2 Canadian kids. So, but I'm getting my American.
They all bitch about us, but they keep on coming, don't they?
That's right.
Yeah. I don't want to be, but
it's for the dream. Hey, like all the doctors, they come here because even though they make less money, the bottom line, they make more money. You know, they get. So, anyway, we appreciate your work.
All right, guys. Enjoy.
I had my Trump shirt in my bag. I never even wore it in the ship because I just wasn't in the mood to argue. And my wife gets upset, so. You know, when we were in Vegas, I went there for my 50th birthday, I had more people come up to me and say, hey, man, we love your shirt. You know, we just don't want to do it because we don't want to upset somebody. I said, I hope they try to upset me. I said, they'll find a...
I'm out here. Come on. I'm out here to upset them. Screw the little bastards. Get used to real life.
My son and I were walking out of the casino, and some guy was sitting on a chair, and he comes, I don't know, we got talking or something. He goes, well, this guy can't be real smart. He voted for Trump. I said, I'll tell you what, old man. I said, you stand up. I said, I'll knock you right on that ground. I said, keep talking. I said, one more thing. My son, I had a few drinks. My son said, come on, Dad, let's go. I said, keep talking, old boy. And he goes, well, he said, I think that Trump's a really good businessman, but he's not much of a politician. I said, we're taking in trillions of dollars a year. And I said, you need a politician? I said, I need a businessman.
He beat out 17 professional politicians.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Thank you. Brother.